What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to my predictions video for the Royal Rumble 2019, baby. We have 9 matches on the card here to predict in the video today, and boy oh boy, we are in that time of year where it gets harder to predict things because everything's going to go toward the road to WrestleMania. So, let's get started. The kickoff show to kick things off. You will have your Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto versus Hideo Itami in a fatal 4-way. And it's the Rumble, right? It's the kickoff, and normally you wouldn't think there'd be a change on there, but I think that perhaps they could have Kalisto win the belt, and then you might actually get that belt more visible, because Kalisto is... Oh god, the game broke already. Because Kalisto is obviously on Raw more often, and definitely on Raw, and Buddy Murphy is not on Raw at all, for no reason. So, hey, put the belt on Kalisto for a little bit and get that belt more visibility. Say, hey, go watch 205 Live, and that could be more interesting. Anyway, your other kickoff match is going to be the Bulgarian Brute, your U.S. champion, Handsome Rusev, it's Rusev Day, versus Nakamura. And while we are in the new era of no more automatic rematch clauses, Sling Blade, the fact that Nakamura caused an injury to Lana is what got this match going in the first place, but also, it's the kickoff. They just put the belt on Rusev. I don't see any reason to have the belt off of Rusev at this juncture, but man, Nakamura up and down the card. Main event, kickoff show, like really just ping-ponging it real hard. Woo! But I don't see any reason to put that belt back on Nakamura. But also, Nakamura's contract might actually be up pretty soon. So, this just might be, hey, get him on the show, and then, who knows? Who knows? It's all up in the air. But, what is not up in the air is the main part of this show. And that is your SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Sheamus and Cesaro. We are at the bar! Facing off against the unlikely duo, the best in the world duo of the most must-see superstar of all time, The Miz, and the boss's son, Shane McMahon, are a tag team. And they're going to fight the Bar for those tag team titles. And while that match on paper is going to say, hey man, the Bar all the damn way because they're the Bar, I think that WWE likes to shock and surprise and have weird combinations of tag teams win titles. They literally had Braun Strowman and a child win the belts on Raw at Mania last year. So why not have Shane and Miz win the belts, and I guess further that weird Shane and Miz program until WrestleMania, because why not? And the first step there is winning the belts. So as bizarre as it would be to have them beat the Bar, as a reminder, the Bar lost to Braun Strowman and a child. So it wouldn't even be the most embarrassing loss for the Bar, and also Shane kind of overpowered in his booking anyway, because Shane. Also, Brock just squashed that boy. So yes, Shane and The Miz seems like the logical progression for that particular storyline. Anyway, moving on to this match. We have the Empress, Asuka, versus the Man, Becky Lynch, for the SmackDown Women's title. And I'm really curious, at what point in the card is this match? Is it real early? Is it real late? But more importantly, is it before the Women's Royal Rumble? Because that's going to kind of obviously impact the potential for that match. Because if Becky isn't in that match, people are going to be pissed. So this match, honestly, I don't see... Like, I see shenanigans at the end of this match. Like, as much as Becky, you know, certainly could get that belt back easily, I don't think that it makes sense in the grander stage of where they're going to hopefully move towards WrestleMania. I don't think it does them any favors to have Becky win the belt back here. Leave it on Asuka. Let her reign over SmackDown for a little bit so Asuka retains the title. Meanwhile, over on the Raw side, you have Rowdy Ronda Rousey, versus the Boss Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. And that one feels rushed because supposedly Ronda is going to be leaving after Mania, which I'll get to in a second here, further on in the predictions. But that being the case, they're going to have this match, and I don't see Ronda losing to Sasha Banks. I think that would make a lot of sense. So Ronda retains. I'm sure the match is going to be great, but Ronda retains that belt there. Now then, onto your world titles. Whoa, hip attack to the top rope there. Good God. Your world titles. We have the new Daniel Bryan versus, once again, the phenomenal AJ Styles. You know, fresh matches and such. Thanks, Vince. But this one, again, it's the Rumble. And historically, at the Rumble, you don't have belts change hands, right? Because the Rumble, you could have Bob Holly challenge for the title because it's the Rumble. The focus is on the Rumble. The actual matches for titles not as important. So I see Daniel Bryan retaining the belt here and going on to defend at Mania, or perhaps losing it at either the Chamber or Fastlane. It's possible, but I think they have other plans for AJ for Mania and not involving the world title here. So the new Daniel Bryan continues to be the world heavyweight champion. Also, why is the belt still leather, Daniel? You lied to us. Where is your all organic sustainable title belt? I want that. Seriously. Anyway, your other title, your universal title, the reigning, defending, undisputed, etc., Jimmy John's Eaton, Brock Lesnar, facing off against Finn Balor. Like, it was supposed to be Braun Strowman, and then now it's not Braun Strowman. And the reason that it's not Braun Strowman, supposedly, is because they didn't want to have Braun lose again. So what does that say for Finn Balor? Like, that gives him zero chance. And I want to say that he said he is not planning on bringing out the Demon. Therefore, he has less than zero chance against Brock Lesnar. But hey, the match should be fun. But no, Brock Lesnar holds that belt until WrestleMania and loses it there, and we'll get to that here in a moment. But yeah, Brock and Finn, like, I think I've heard that Brock wanted to fight Finn, but if Braun wasn't going to win, why would Finn win, right? Even if that would totally shock the universe, like, it doesn't make any sense from that progression of where they're going to go toward their supposed storyline. So, your women's Royal Rumble, I'm going to stick with what I've been saying for months and months and months now, is that this, from a storyline perspective, in some capacity, has to be Becky Lynch, right? But, I know what you're saying, but what about Charlotte? Well, it can be Becky and Charlotte both going out at the same time because of Royal Rumble shenanigans. And if you do this, the same shot as Bret Hart, Lex Luger in '94, Asuka Lock, fine. If you have some other way of having them both go out at the same time, fine. I don't care how you do it. If you don't have Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania, what are you doing? Why waste all that attention, all that heat? Why waste that and not have it? So, and if the rumor of Ronda leaving after Mania is true, then you have Becky challenge for the belt and go over Ronda at WrestleMania, gives her even further, like, enhances that character, and etc., etc. It makes all the sense in the world. If they don't do it, they are incredibly foolish if they don't capitalize on that bit of business, because what else do they have at this point? So, again, the important thing there is where in the show is that Women's Royal Rumble. Honestly, I can see them closing the show with that controversy. So you have that match close the show, that finish close the show, and then, oh my god, who's going to go to Mania to fight a champion? And then they both pick Ronda Rousey and end up having a triple threat at WrestleMania between those three. Perhaps even the main event at Mania. I wouldn't even be mad, because the main event at Mania should be the hottest match, and that would be the hottest match. Anyway, also on the show, the men's Royal Rumble, and a lot of folks calling for Seth freaking Rollins. Like, you don't have really that many strong contenders this year that could really win it. I mean, Seth could win, Drew could win, Braun could win, and then, like, I'm like, who else might even be in that echelon? Like, Dean Ambrose, really? Not really. Like, I'm not sure who else is even in that particular Bexplex echelon that could be, alright, they're going to win it and challenge for the belt. I would have said Cena, but apparently Cena not going to be in it. Bait and switch. Because, honestly, I could have seen, there you go, I could have seen Cena winning and then challenging Daniel Bryan. Would have been a great program, but perhaps not. But yeah, like, who else I don't even know who else. So, much like everybody else, I'm going to say Seth. Seth wins, challenges Brock, and then beats Brock at Mania, and then is the new Universal Champion at Mania. But hey, we'll get there when we get there. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos when I make them. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.